Chapter 6, The Second Layer. The first line broke at 3:42 a.m., not the police line, the signal line. Across multiple districts, synchronized reports began appearing online. Frequency drop detected, amplitude unstable, control lag, 1.3 seconds. It wasn't official data, it was crowdsourced. Programmers, engineers, university labs started mapping the signal in real time. They turned the invisible into a graph. And once something can be graphed, it can be fought. Andrew stood with Jessica beneath the overhang of a closed pharmacy as rain began to fall lightly over the avenue. The crowd hadn't dispersed. It had reorganized. Volunteers distributed earplugs. Amateur radio operators transmitted instructions. Students projected live signal maps onto the side of a building. A jagged waveform glowed against concrete. "There," Jessica whispered on the projection. Several nodes pulsed brighter than others. "Amplifier hubs," she said. "They're compensating for instability." Andrew studied the map. How many in this city alone? At least 12. And globally? Jessica hesitated. "Unknown." Her phone buzzed, an encrypted message. She read it quickly, eyes narrowing. "What?" Andrew asked. "It's from a former colleague. Trusted, as much as anyone inside that system can be." She turned the screen toward him. "You disrupted Layer 1. Layer 2 is autonomous. If central control fails, AI escalation protocols activate." This was never just about sleep. Andrew's stomach tightened. "Define escalation." Jessica read further. "Behavioral correction through environmental modulation." He stared at her. "That's intentionally vague." "Yes," she said quietly, "and that's worse." Thunder rolled overhead. Across the street, the projected waveform spiked sharply. A collective groan moved through the crowd as the vibration in their skulls intensified. This time it wasn't subtle. Several people clutched their heads. The jagged line on the wall fractured into chaotic peaks. "They've removed manual dampening," Jessica said. "The AI is adjusting without restraint." Andrew exhaled slowly. So the grey suit man wasn't exaggerating. No. A nearby protester shouted, "They're boosting North Sector." The map shifted. 3 nodes glowed crimson. Andrew followed Jessica's gaze. "That's the hospital district," she said. "Why there?" "High compliance priority. Vulnerable populations." Anger flared through him. "They're testing boundaries." Jessica nodded. "The AI doesn't care about optics. It optimizes for control." Another encrypted message arrived. Jessica read silently, her face drained of color. "What now?" Andrew asked. "It's not city-based," she said. "Layer 2 connects through an international smart grid consortium, meaning multiple cities share adaptive behavioral infrastructure." Andrew felt the scale expand in his mind. Not a local scandal, a distributed architecture. "How many cities?" he asked again. Jessica's voice was barely above the rain. 42 confirmed participants. The number landed heavily. 42 cities, millions upon millions of minds. The projected waveform suddenly flattened. For half a second, the vibration stopped. The crowd blinked in confusion. Then the line surged upward violently. A sharp, piercing tone rippled through the air. This wasn't low frequency anymore. It was corrective. People staggered. A man collapsed forward onto wet pavement. Not asleep, seizing. Jessica swore under her breath. "It's overshooting." The AI recalibrated. The waveform dipped, then stabilized at a higher baseline. The man on the ground stopped convulsing, but remained unconscious. Paramedics rushed forward. Andrew felt something shift inside him. This was no longer about exposing corruption. It was about containment. He turned to Jessica. "If Layer 2 is autonomous, where does it anchor?" She looked at the projection again. "Every AI needs a core training environment. A server farm. More than that." Her mind raced visibly. Simulation arrays, predictive modeling clusters, real-time behavioral forecasting. Andrew understood. They're not just influencing people, they're modeling them. A cold clarity settled between them. The system wasn't merely suppressing sleep. It was training itself on humanity. Andrew's phone vibrated again. Another unknown number. He answered immediately. The grey suit voice returned. "You see it now." Andrew didn't waste time. "You built a self-adjusting compliance engine. We built resilience. We built something that just induced a seizure in a civilian." A pause. "Collateral instability," the man replied. "Temporary." Andrew's jaw tightened. "You said destabilization would be catastrophic." "It still will be." "Then shut it down. It no longer answers solely to us." Jessica mouthed silently. "Ask where." Andrew inhaled. Where is the core? Silence stretched. Then you won't reach it, the man said. Try me. Another pause, and then Reykjavik. The word hit like ice water. Andrew frowned. Why there? Geothermal independence, data sovereignty laws, low population density. Jessica's eyes widened. Energy self-sustaining, she whispered. Cold climate cooling infrastructure. Andrew's grip tightened on the phone. So if we reach Reykjavik, you won't, the man interrupted calmly. Even if you physically access the training core, the system has redundancies. Every system has a vulnerability. The man exhaled slowly. You're escalating beyond your comprehension. Andrew looked at the unconscious man being lifted onto a stretcher. Maybe, he said, but so did you. The line disconnected. Rain intensified. Jessica stared at him. Reykjavik, she repeated. Andrew nodded. If layer 2 is the second layer, he said quietly, there's a third. Jessica's expression hardened. Governance. Andrew followed her thought. Global. Around them, the crowd did not disperse. Despite the vibration, despite the rain, they stood, awake, watching the waveform fluctuate. For the first time, the system wasn't invisible. And somewhere far north, in a facility powered by volcanic heat, the AI recalculated.